Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Wednesday, August 3, 2022. In the headlines, SVG Air resumes services to Carriacou and Grenada after delayed services due to maintenance issues. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says the appointment of Daisy Joseph Andal to the CBI committee is no conflict of interest. Application process for low-income housing units reopens. In around the globe regionally, Jamaicans urged to ramp up food production to improve food security. Internationally, U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's Taiwan visit triggers fiery Chinese response. Plus, in the sports news, Zachary Gresham sets new national record in 200-meter individual medley. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy Baptiste with Network News. You can book your flight now. SVG Air's first landing at the Maurice Bishop International Airport adds an ease of travel between the islands. The twin Arthur aircraft will operate 5 days a week. Christina John was at the airport to witness the touchdown.
It's official. At exactly 11:30 Wednesday morning, SVG Air landed at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. This marks the commencement of inter-island connectivity between Grenada, Carriacou, and by extension, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You can now leave the sister isle Carriacou and land in Grenada, or vice versa, in just 25 minutes, with 18 passengers on board, which included Minister for Carriacou and PT Martinique Affairs, Honorable Tevin Andrew. This twin otter aircraft was landed safely by Captain Reedy Freitas. CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roche, who was on hand to welcome the crew, said people can start booking flights.
Just to put it in perspective, we've got Monday, Tuesday, Friday departures, 7:30 from St. Vincent to Carriacou, 8:10 from Carriacou to Grenada, and 9:10 from Grenada to Carriacou. On Saturdays, that changes slightly, where we have the service commencing from St. Vincent to Carriacou at 8 o'clock, from Carriacou to Grenada at 8:35, and from Grenada to Carriacou at 9:10. We also then have Carriacou to Grenada at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, Grenada to Carriacou at 4:30 in the afternoon, and then Carriacou to St Vincent at 5:30.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Infrastructure, P.S. Stephen, added the cost to travel.
The aircraft is larger than the previous aircraft. It will offer greater comfort to its passengers. The new service will operate 5 days a week, as was mentioned by Ms. Roach. Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. The fares are as follows. St. Vincent to Grenada, $200 US one way. Carriacou to St. Vincent, $100 US one way. Grenada to Carriacou, $69 US one way. And this fare will be subsidized by the government of Grenada. There is also further expansion in improving connectivity between Grenada, Carriacou, and other destinations.
Minister Andrew welcomed this long-awaited venture, citing it as a historic moment, not only for the people of Grenada, but also for those in the diaspora. The minister said it is about taking the tourism sector forward.
The first day on the job, contacted Permanent Secretary Williams, and I said, listen, this is one of the first things that we need to get done. Let's see where we are with this deal, and let's speed it up so that we can get it done. And a few weeks later, here we are, delivering. And we are not only going to stop there. The idea is to ensure that we have night landing capabilities in Carriacou at the airport, so that we can accommodate the night landing.
A short presentation was made to the man who guided the flight safely to Grenada, Captain Ray De Freitas. Here's how you can book your flight.
Flights can be booked online at www.grenadine-air.com. And again, we look forward to ensuring that all those 18 seats will be full from day one.
SVG Air is the national airlines of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, operating both scheduled and chartered services within the Eastern Caribbean islands as far north as Jamaica and as far south as Guyana. From outside the Maurice Bishop International Airport, I am Chrislina John for GBN News.
Deacon Mitchell says there is no conflict of interest in appointing Daisy Joseph Andel as a member of the Citizenship by Investment Committee. He was speaking at the government's post-cabinet briefing on Wednesday. Rena Thomas tells us more.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says he sees no conflict of interest in appointing Mrs. Daisy Joseph Andel a seat on the CBI committee, despite her affiliation with the Kimpton Kawana Bay project. Mrs. Andel, who is now the director of the CBI committee, is also part of the arbitration process between the state of Grenada and the Kimpton Kawana Bay resort project legal dispute before an international court. She is also a CBI agent affiliated with the hotel project. Prime Minister Mitchell says the situation where it stands now can be managed and is in no way a conflict of interest.
The CBI committee's main role is to oversee the Citizenship by Investment program, and specifically to treat with applications by individual persons who are applying for Grenadian citizenship. There are no persons applying through True Blue Bay Development Limited, aka Kawana Bay. And so I'm satisfied that we are in a position to, I'm satisfied that Ms. Daisy Joseph Andel is in a position to adequately carry out her functions on the committee. But as I said, should there be a risk of any conflict of interest, that is something we can manage.
The latest development in the case shows that as of the 1st of July 2022, the legal team for Kawana Bay filed a memorial on the merits. The dispute is identified as case number ARB 21-37, and the owners of True Blue Development asserts that the arbitrary and the unlawful conduct of the government of Grenada has upset the successful completion of the Kimpton Kawana Bay resort on the island, which the government approved in 2017. It is one of the Citizenship by Investment project, which provides approved investors with citizenship of the country after making a significant investment. Prime Minister Mitchell reveals that his administration is open to resolving the dispute between Kawana Bay and the state outside of arbitration.
The government of Grenada is prepared to consider alternatives to resolving this matter other than via arbitration. Because at the end of the day, what the people of Grenada have been left with by the prior administration is a white elephant standing at perhaps one of the most spectacular locations in Grenada with no end in sight to the hotel being completed and becoming operational.
Kawana-based owners are True Blue Development Limited in Grenada, True Blue Services Limited in Grenada, True Blue Management Limited in Grenada, Paula Palms LLC in the U.S., and Circle Park Holdings LLC in the U.S. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Other news, the NDC administration continues the process towards the retroactive pension payment of $60 million to public servants by November of this year. Here's the report.
As you would recall, we had indicated that our proposal is to first address the retroactive aspect of the pension payment. I'm happy to report that the Ministry of Finance staff have been hard at work, and the Cabinet of Grenada has approved a timeline as well as the mechanism to be put in place to ensure that the pensions can be processed and paid in a timely manner. And
that was Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell speaking about steps taken by his cabinet to advance retroactive payment of pension to public officers in November 2022. The Grenadian leader says the Ministry of Finance has established a one-stop pension secretariat, which will be officially opened on Wednesday, August 10th, within the Company and Intellectual Property Office building at Mount Weldon, St. George.
And the Secretariat will be in a position to begin processing applications by persons who are affected. And so we will use the months of August and September to do the processing, to ensure that all of the data is collected, to ensure that all of the administrative work, including receiving live certificates, notarization of any documents, a review process, and sign-off by the Audit Department, the Accountant General's Department, occurs within that 2-month period.
Prime Minister Mitchell says if necessary, by the end of October, his government will be tabling supplementary appropriation bills in Parliament to ensure that the financing is available to pay the retroactive payment of $60 million.
Therefore, expect to be in a position that by 15th November 2022, all payments will be made, giving us an additional 2 weeks from the 15th to the 30th of November to address any mopping up issues that may have to be addressed. We had given the unions representing the workers affected by the decision until the end of July to come back to us with any comments or questions that they may have. We did a follow-up reminder last week to inquire if they had any comments or questions. As of this morning, we have not received any. And so we take the silence as a sign that the unions are satisfied, if not happy, with what was shared to them.
The newly elected Prime Minister aims to make the first round of pension payments by the end of November 2022. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Now, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell says it is unfair to lay blame on officials responsible for the dissemination of information on weather systems following Sunday's unexpected occurrence, as weather is based on predictions.
Questions arose among members of the public following the weekend's freak weather about why the relevant authority did not give ample warning about the system. Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, during this morning's post-cabinet briefing, said forecasters are responsible for predicting weather patterns.
Well, first of all, let me say something about, I'm not a meteorologist by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it's important that before we suggest that the ball was dropped, that in fact there's evidence that the ball was dropped. The professionals at the Met Office indicated that they were not in a position to in fact predict that there would be bad weather. And that's what predictions are. I mean, they're not God. They could only use the scientific tools that are available, and they could only use their knowledge and experience. My instructions from the Met Office was that the weather pattern, that is the cloudiness, that created the system on Saturday into Sunday, in fact, is the same cloudiness that was over the island a couple of days before. And what we had was light rains and light showers. And so they had no indication that would develop into and specifically create this strong storm gust that happened Saturday night into Sunday morning.
He addressed the public's outrage at the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, which issued a release on the freak weather system the following day.
And in those circumstances, obviously, if they had thought otherwise, they obviously would have sent a warning to NADMA. NADMA in turn would have put it out to the public. So we have to appreciate that the professionals attempt to predict bad weather. They don't always get it right because it's predictions. They don't have 2020 foresight. They do have 2020 post the event. And so in the case of NADMA could only have addressed the situation after it became known to it. So there was no indication from the Met Office that the system was likely to develop into the strong gusty winds that developed.
Meanwhile, the Meteorological Office at the Maurice Bishop International Airport reported a low-level trough system that has its axis along 60 degrees west, approximately 30 nautical miles east of Grenada. The trough is embedded in the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or the ITCZ, and supports moist, unstable conditions, bringing scattered moderate convections along either side of the zone. Currently, the system is bringing moisture northward towards the southern Windward Islands from the general area of Trinidad and Tobago, allowing for cloudy conditions and scattered showers across the state of Grenada during the nighttime. There is also a medium chance of lightning, thunder, and gusty winds, especially overnight. The Met Office has issued warnings for a low chance of flooding and landslides in vulnerable areas and for agitated seas above normal and northeasterly swells. Forecasters are also monitoring an approaching tropical wave expected to cross the state of Grenada on Thursday evening into night. At 2 p.m., the axis of the tropical wave was near 51 to 52 west, extending from 20 north southward 687 nautical miles east of Grenada. It is moving westward at 11 miles per hour. NADMA encourages all citizens to exercise caution when moving around.
Beverly Telesford reporting there. This is Network News. Still ahead from us, application process for low-income housing units reopens. We'll talk about that. See you in a while.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Steel Pan takes center stage and Fantastic Saturday Ultra from 8 p.m. on Saturday, 6th August. Come see Panorama at its very best as 6 steel bands battle it out. Then at midnight, it's the after party as Bouillon meets Pan and Jab. Live on stage out of Dominica, it's the WCK Band. Together with Talfrey, Lava Man, Westways and the Action Band. Vaughn, we ready to turn up the bass right now. Skinny Banton, Lil Carey, plus the top 3 winners of the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch competition will be performing. Tickets cost $100, available from Go to Fat, Grenadian Optical, and Spice Mass Corporation's office. Fantastic Saturday Ultra, Saturday, August 6th. 6 steel bands, 1 stage from 8 p.m. as Bouillon meets Pan and Jam at the National Stadium. The biggest white is back and bigger than ever.
Give me the island breeze, cool them vibes.
This year, we're taking you straight into Juve, literally.
Oh, na, na, na. You stay on the radar. Oh, yeah.
Get ready for Cast the Band.
I come for this one. Sign me up, I come for it.
Together with a solid solid cast of our local soca superstars. Be prepared for a night of non-stop energy and mass. Early bird tickets are available now for $80, or you can step up your experience in VIP for $500. Available from Go to Fet and all official Sunshine Promotion box offices island-wide. The biggest bite is here, and this time we're taking you straight into Juve.
After 2 years of no mass, no bacchanal, and no vibe, are you ready to be thrilled again? Well, get ready for Amazing Colors Monday Night Mass. And this year will be the most amazing return ever. Amazing Colors presents Trilogy. Wanna play Monday Night Mass? Then it's easy. Call 415-6174. It's Amazing Colors Trilogy. Unlimited drinks all night. It's Amazing Colors Trilogy. Monday Night Mass. It will be amazing.
My name is Mikita Williams, and I've been a member of Ariza for over 10 years. And what I like most about Ariza Credit Union is that they are reliable, they are very professional, and their customer service is top rank. Over the years, Ariza has helped me to be a better saver. It has helped me to acquire small loans and to do various personal business and to just be comfortable. I chose to become a member because I was influenced highly by my mom. She played a great part in my life, and her relationship with Ariza was very good. They treated her well, and I really wanted to be a part of something great as that. Being a member of Ariza has really helped me to feel as though I'm a part of a family, something greater. Congratulations, Ariza, on 75 years of transforming the lives of all Grenadians.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Now, for electrical safety. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
The Fet that starts the mass is back. It's Pre-Day 10, Wednesday, 3rd August. Voice is coming. Nadia Batson is coming. Lyrical is coming. Farmer Nappy is coming. Problem Child is coming. And all your Grenadian soca superstars will be performing. Early birds are already sold out, so secure your general $75 tickets now from gotofet.com or indulge in our $400 VIP. It's Pre-Day 10.
This summer, make your dreams a reality with the Co-op Bank Summer Sizzle Loan. Get up to $35,000 and qualify to win amazing prizes. You can win day passes for 2 or vouchers for school supplies. Take that trip you've been longing for. Enjoy the carnival season. Have the wedding of your dreams. Make those home renovations or send your children back to school well prepared and fully equipped. Make this summer sizzle with the Co-op Bank Summer Sizzle Loan. Visit your nearest retail banking unit for more details. Special terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Government is to reopen the application process to Grenadians who are seeking housing assistance under the Chinese housing project while developing criteria for the distribution of the units. More in this Rena Thomas report.
Starting from September 1st, the Ministry of Social Development and Housing will reopen the application process for people seeking housing assistance through the Chinese Housing Project. This comes as Cabinet approved a subcommittee to develop criteria for the distribution process of the housing units. Minister for Social, Community and Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Philip Telesford, made this announcement on Wednesday. He explains that this move is to give every Grenadian a fair chance in getting housing assistance.
Cabinet also recognizes that criteria needs to be set so that people are aware as to what the conditions are, so that on application people are fully aware as to whether or not they fit into those criteria. We also believe that it is necessary to have an open house. So at some stage, during the application process, there is going to be an open house so that the general public would have first-hand viewing of these units.
The over 4,000 people who already applied will not be required to reapply for the chance to obtain an apartment. The ministry said that they are also looking into the possibility of retrofitting the housing units.
Now, we paid a visit last week. The ministry paid a visit last week at the units, and we concluded that in order to make the units a little more accommodating to first-time house owners or occupiers, we thought it best that we may wish to consider the possibility of retrofitting these units to include cupboards and closets and maybe washing facilities, because what we do not want is for people to be hanging clothes on the windows and doors and verandas and such like.
Minister Telesford said that the housing units are scheduled for distribution before Christmas,
with the view of opening the application process by the 1st of September. During this process, you would be using the criteria, the set criteria for application, so you'd know exactly where one stand. The idea is to be able to have these units distributed by the end of November to the first week in January. First week in December, So this is what we want to do. We want people to be able to move into those units before Christmas to be able to sort of acclimatize themselves.
The latest update on the Chinese low-income housing units was disclosed during government's press briefing on Wednesday. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
All right, this year marks the 3rd year since the U.S. Embassy is hosting the Women in Politics program through its Regional Leadership Institute. The program started in 2020, as we hear in this Chrislina John report.
The program begins on August 17th and ends on September 26th, following which 26 women will graduate from the Institute program. Jessica St. Rose, co-founder of the Regional Organization of Women in Leadership, explained what it entails.
The program caters to young women within the ages of 18 to 35 who are interested or pursuing political careers, and also enabling women to advance and develop their leadership skills in various areas. These areas include building a brand, networking, fundraising, community activism, community development, and also training on diversity and inclusion.
Being a graduate of Cohort 1, St. Rose highlighted some of the success stories which have derived from this program.
Well, we have seen the success of the program with various women across the region. For example, right here in St. Lucia, one of our graduates actually who did the program with me in 2020, she's now a senator, who is that person of Lisa Joahe. We have seen persons from Grenada, for example, who is now your Attorney General. She was our first, in the first year, 2020, she was part of the cohort. So we have seen the development of women who were engaged in the program, who graduated from the program and developed themselves, because part of the program also offers that networking aspect where women get to network even after the program and also develop and opportunities that exist coming out of the program. So
here are the criteria to be a part of the program.
You can apply, of course. You must be between the ages of 18 to 35. You must be a resident and citizen of Barbados and the OECS. And you must be actively involved in community development, community activism, experience in leadership areas. You must be able to show that in your application. You could apply on our various platforms. We are on all social media platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook at the Regional Organization of Women in Leadership, or you could search for us on Instagram at ROWL Global, ROWL Global, or you could just visit the U.S. Embassy page, and of course you will get more information either on the ROWL page or the U.S. Embassy page.
The Women in Politics program will take place online every Monday for 2 hours with different sessions and facilitators every Monday. Participants will be certified by the U.S. Embassy, a certificate that will be recognized and can be used to enhance one's career. Christina John, GBN News.
The story to report: is the period of 200 years enough to get past the trauma of slavery? Just one of the questions examined in commemoration of Emancipation Day 2022.
August 1st, 1834 is known as a historic day in the Caribbean. It was on this day Britain passed the Slavery Abolition Act, making it illegal to own, buy and sell humans as property throughout its colonies around the world. This historic day led to the freeing of more than 800,000 enslaved Africans and their descendants in the Caribbean and other parts of the world. To commemorate the day, a host of festivities were held across Caribbean islands. During Grenada Cultural Foundation Emancipation Panel's discussion, Adrian Green, a Barbadian spoken word activist, said overcoming oppression has been among the hardest tasks for descendants of slaves. He responded to a question posed about whether 200 years is enough to get past the initial trauma of slavery.
So really, as far as nations go, these Caribbean nations, if we were to use the analogy of an individual, of a human being, the Caribbean nations are really in their adolescence in terms of their growth and development as countries. So the answer to the question of whether 200 years is enough to overcome what we've been through is really no. And add to that, if you consider that even today, the Caribbean nations are still in forms of bondage, dependency, whether that be psychological, economic, or political.
Grenada's Jambalasi Festival featured Grenada's Jab-Jab culture. Jab-Jab can be traced to ex-slaves smearing themselves with ashes of burnt cane and oil or grease and beating oil drums and blowing conch shells to create music. They did this to mimic the French colonizers' masquerade celebrations, during which they wore expensive, elaborate costumes and danced to music of orchestras.
Beverly Telesford there. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is creating the buzz on social media. Beverly Telesford looks at some of the responses to the Grenadian leader's statements regarding government ministers' salaries, accountability, transparency, and corruption.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has addressed the salary of government ministers in Grenada and the accusations of corruption within government over the years.
Government ministers' salaries in my view are woefully inadequate. And what that means is that you almost create a situation where people are vulnerable and therefore you find find a situation where the corruption and so on could happen easily. Because if you're going to give persons a very demanding job to do, and there's no doubt that being a government minister or an MP is a demanding job, and then the state provides little or no or very inadequate resources to allow them to do that job.
GBN social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts on the latest developments. The following views are of members of the public and not of the GBN. Dinner said, increasing of salaries should go across the board, Mr. Prime Minister, because cost of living has no chill on the poor people's pockets. As we get the money, it's done. This person said, had the question been, do you think public servants need an increase in minimum wage? I'm sure he would have said yes. During the campaign, he spoke a lot about it. What we just listened was an interview with him answering a question in relation to government ministers' corruption. He stated one of the factors. Samantha chimed in, come on my people, please listen carefully before we open our mouths and speak. He never said he was raising their pay. He said he's looking at the corruption of the salaries paid to people and government officials, the working men and women in our lovely country, and to help those that are working hard and not getting paid for the work they do, and those who are not doing anything and still getting more money than the person that is working hard, and that is corruption. Yvette said, all I want to know is where is his vision for bringing the country forward in today's political climate. Robert said, if we cannot define transformation, then we won't be able to monitor our progress and eventually measure it. Please define it. Tabitha said, so the plan is to raise ministers' salaries? What about John Public? The less qualified folks are making less than $1,000 a month. Alia said he was only answering a question asked to him at the time. They are public workers, just as every one of us. We deserve a raise of pay, and so do they. That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
We have to take a break, but when we come back, Agriculture Minister tasked with bringing agriculture to the top.
Grenada, get ready as Tropics Entertainment presents the white experience of a lifetime. Pure White, featuring live Chanel Muir. Problem Child. And Lyrical. Plus Mr. Killer, Lavaman, West Ways, Little Carrie, Jab King, a live band, and many more. Pure White, the ultimate white experience. Water, mass, mud, light, and music. Carnival Saturday night, August 6th at Moonlight City, La Poterie. Early bird tickets $75, advance $90, VIP $400. Available now at all the usual ticket outlets in St. John, St. Mark, St. Patrick, St. Andrew, St. David, and St. George. Or get them online at gotofed.com. Pure White, pure white. Nothing but white at Moonlight City. Oh man, you just got to be there. For all those who missed it the first time, Julian Fedon is back.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, a heritage theater production written and directed by Chris Derriggs. Experience the conflict, the romance, the lighter moments, the drama. 3 big performances, Friday 12th, Saturday 13th, and Sunday 14th August at the Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m. each night. Bring out the entire family and enjoy this very special experience in Grenadian theater.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679. or 406-1500, or visit any of our 3 locations. Spice Cell Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
After Carnival, we go laugh. We must laugh. We bound to laugh. As Home-Based Entertainment presents Caribbean Comedy Fest.
John?
Yeah? Sunday, August 14th, Grenada National Stadium, featuring the region's most laughable characters. From Trinidad, Larry Joseph.
Listen, darling, I never question your fidelity, you know.
Dolores Alexander.
I'll just drink some water.
You ain't hear the proper English. Water.
And Ellen, the Entertainer. From St. Vincent, Morris Horn. And from Barbados, the duo Rum and Coke. Also featuring our very own, the African Man, Kareem Alexis, Prince Charlton, and King Dre. And hosted by Senator. Get your early bird $50 tickets now, then $60 regular, or pay more at the door. Ticket outlets, Turkey's opposite the bus terminal, Grenadian Optical, Mega Force Office, and GoToFed.com. Sunday, August 14th, Sunday after Carnival, Caribbean Comedy Fest. Gates open 6 p.m. So by 7 p.m., you go sit.
I ain't going to sleep.
And you go laugh.
I know you're going to laugh.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
I want to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Steel Pan takes center stage and Fantastic Saturday Ultra from 8 p.m. on Saturday, 6th August. Come see Panorama at its very best as 6 steel bands battle it out. Then at midnight, it's the after party as Bouillon meets Pan and Jab. Live on stage out of Dominica, it's the WCK Band. Together with Talfrey, Lava Man, Westways and the Action Band, Vaughn,
Turn up the bass right now.
Skinny Banton, Lil Carey, plus the top 3 winners of the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch competition will be performing. Tickets cost $100, available from GoToFed, Grenadian Optical, and Spice Mass Corporation's office. Fantastic Saturday Ultra, Saturday, August 6th. 6 steel bands, 1 stage from 8 p.m. as Bouillon meets Pan and Jam at the National Stadium.
Parents, do you go to bed with the knowledge that your children are comfortably asleep in the next room? Or are they allowed to attend every FET advertised? You are responsible for the safety and well-being of your children, and it is your responsibility to know their whereabouts. Children should not be at adult events. Please guide your children, engage them in age-appropriate activities. Let us be spicy parents for this carnival season and beyond. S. Speak to your children about positive behavior. P. Pay attention to them at all times. I. Inspire good behavior in your children by also displaying good behavior. C. Check with your children. Always know their whereabouts. Y. You are responsible for your children. Maintain control to keep them safe. This is a message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Welcome back. The 2022 plant distribution season is now open. Both local and imported plants are available for purchase.
Chief Agronomist Alison Haynes tells farmers they now have access to quality and affordable planting materials from the 4 propagation stations on island, operated by the Ministry of Agriculture and subsidized by government.
This year, we have a total of 69,717 plants available for sale, of which 32,060 are economic fruit plants of various types. In addition to the plants that were produced locally by the 4 stations, 10,000 imported tissue culture plantains were hardened at Maran Propagation Station.
However, the first batch of customers will be people who applied in advance. Others who have not applied for the purchase of plants will be accommodated after Carnival.
Persons who have filled out and submitted application forms to the ministry will receive their plants this week from August 3rd to August 5th. All applicants will be contacted using the phone numbers on the form to inform you of the date, time, and station that the plants should be collected. For persons without application forms, and I want you to listen carefully, sale of plants is open to the public from August 10th, so that's right after the Carnival. Every day of the week as long as plants are available.
There is a special appeal to farmers purchasing cocoa plants.
This year, we are going to collaborate with GCA, and the request is that first, you visit the GCA office, collect your please to receive notes from the GCA office, then you can purchase plants from the station, the cocoa plants.
Minister of State with responsibility for agriculture, lands, forestry, fisheries, and cooperatives, Adrian Thomas, during Tuesday's opening of the plant distribution, said he has strict instructions to bring agriculture to the forefront of the economy.
Well, I recorded the 17,000 spice plants that is available. I want to assure you, in 12 months' time, it will be 100,000 spice plants that will be available at the various stations. I've already asked the PS. In one of the meetings, the issue was transportation. And from my going around in the last couple of weeks, there are a lot of transportation on the ground. I saw one in last year, just a battery. So I instructed the PS to get an invoice for 2 vehicles. If those that are around cannot be on the road, but 2 vehicles must become available in a couple of days' time so that the people at the propagation station could start collecting the material for the salt, for the spices.
He commended the farmers and stakeholders involved in agriculture for their diligence over the years and assured them that very soon Grenada will have a tissue culture lab once again. Mr. Thomas said he is up to date with the woes of the people in the agriculture sector and is willing to work together to improve the conditions, noting that food security is crucial. Christelina John, GBN News.
This evening's GBN I Saw is a bit topsy-turvy. Let's take a peek at nature through our eyesore lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN I Saw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our citizen reporter tonight sent in a photograph of this bunch of blugger, which is bearing upside down. The bud of the plant, which normally hangs upside down, is shooting straight to the sky in tonight's photograph. The blugger banana produces huge straight fruits. This type is resistant to Panama disease and has a starchy texture. Although it can be eaten raw, it is primarily used for cooking. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay close. Coming up from us, the sports news, followed by Around the Globe.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with the Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
After 2 years of no mass, no bacchanal, and no vibe, are you ready to be thrilled again? Well, get ready for Amazing Colors Monday Night Mass. And this year will be the most amazing return ever. Amazing Colors presents Trilogy. Wanna play Monday Night Mass? Then it's easy. Call 415-6174. It's Amazing Colors Trilogy. Unlimited drinks all night. It's Amazing Colors Trilogy. Monday Night Mass. It will be amazing.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Ready for school with the coolest deals from Courts. Free gifts with your back-to-school purchases. Plus, up to 50% off cell phones, computers, printers, televisions, and more. Shop today with no cash and get instant credit on 3 to 36 months credit plans. Save big with great deals and head back to school in style. Only from Courts. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carrico. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Good evening, sporting fans. Grenada's Zachary Gresham swam his way into the record books today at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. Gresham swam a time of 2 minutes, 13.13 seconds in the 200-meter individual medley, lowering his previous best of 2 minutes, 14.50 seconds, which was obtained at the Pan Am Aquatics in Trinidad earlier this year. Gresham competed in 7 events and obtained personal best times in 4 of them. Meanwhile, track and field coach Wayne McSween says Team Grenada has been performing exceptionally well at the Games.
Swimmers are quite at it. Both Tilly and Colimo and Zachary Gresham, they have been in the pool day after day, giving their best. Even today, for example, we had Zachary claiming a national record and missing out of the final by what was just barely missing off in that race. Tilly has been there and for days. In terms of the boxing, we were out to see Moses box. He won his bout. Tonight he's going in again in another fight, and we have the other gentleman on Thursday. Cycling, we had Reds doing his best on the track, and on Sunday he's going into the road, and on the track where my business is predominant, we have had Josh Bolton going into the finals of the discus. We have also had Michael Francois going into the semi-finals of the 400. We had Adam Peters running today, but he didn't make it to the semis. Tomorrow we start the men decathlon, both Coach Felix Lyndon Victor and Troy Mason in the men's 200 meters.
He says it's important that there are measured expectations of the athletes.
They have been gelling very nicely. You know, we have some what we call seasoned yet mature athletes. And although people like Lyndon Victor and Anderson will be very tired, we could appreciate from all champs. Their presence is easy. They have a simple disposition, and you could chat with them and they mix with the athlete. You will find them laughing jokes, and the younger one like Adim and Troy, and who have been like first time to such level of competition. They have been so supported and encouraged, and everything on the camp, not everything, but most things on the camp is quite okay. And in everything you do have little hiccups, but I think we manage and are adult enough to deal with what is, but everything is going quite smoothly so far.
Well, efforts to include cricket in the Olympics have received a significant boost. The sport was added to a short list of 9 that will be reviewed by the International Olympic Committee, IOC, for inclusion in the 2028 Los Angeles Games. Last month, the LA 28 Organizing Committee asked the ICC to make its case. While a date for this presentation is yet to be fixed, the final decision on the inclusion of cricket cricket is expected in the second quarter of 2023 when the International Olympic Committee is scheduled to meet in Mumbai. Cricket will be, we can tell you, vying for a spot along with 8 other sporting disciplines, including baseball, flag football, lacrosse, breakdancing, karate, kickboxing, squash, and motorsport. In February, the International Olympic Committee gave the green light for 28 sporting disciplines to be included in the Los Angeles Games with a focus on youth. Cricket West Indies and USA Cricket have announced the first ever Women's Youth Bilateral International Series. Here's what we can tell you. The West Indies Women's Under-19 team will travel to Florida to take on the USA Women's Under-19 team in a 5-match T20 International Series. The games are the first time in history that female youth internationals between the two teams will take place. The first 2 games will be held under floodlights on Monday, August 8 and Tuesday, August 9, beginning at 6:30 in the evening on both days. We can tell you too, the remaining 3 matches in the series will be daylight games from 10:30 in the morning on Thursday, August 11 and Friday, August 12, before the 5th and final match of the series on Sunday, August 14. Finally, Argentina, Chile, Uruguay and Paraguay have submitted a joint bid to host the 2030 FIFA World Cup. Uruguay beat Argentina in the final to win the inaugural World Cup in Uruguay in 1930. And the nation hopes to bring the World Cup home when it celebrates its centenary. Spain and Portugal have also announced a bid to be joint hosts. Chile hosted the World Cup in 1962, while the tournament was held in Argentina in 1978. The 2022 World Cup will be held in Qatar, while Canada, Mexico, and the USA will be joint hosts in 2026. FIFA plans to select the 2030 host in 2024. That is the sports news for now. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness is appealing to Jamaicans to ramp up food production in a bid to improve the island's food security. More in this TVJ report.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says a part of celebrating freedom is the need to push for reducing Jamaica's food import bill. While addressing the final day of the Denby Agricultural Show in Clarendon, he called for greater investment in agriculture.
Be strategic in the things that you're planting, right? Increase your production and effort, and it will benefit Jamaica. We'll earn more foreign exchange from it. That's just at the local level. At the national level, we need more of our businessmen to come into agriculture, put in large capacity, and then we can produce all the vegetables and fruits that we need. We can supply all the hotels and stop the importation. We have the capacity right here.
Mr. Holness also says investment in technology and strengthening capacity in the blue economy will help increase sustainability and foreign exchange earning.
Guyana's President Irfan Ali is accusing American Congressman Hakeem Jeffries of ignoring an invitation to meet with him. HGP TV has the story.
Amid criticisms from some sections of the opposition of President Irfan Ali's apparent refusal to meet with United States Congressman Hakeem Jeffries during his recent visit to the country, the head of state has accused the congressman of snobbing an invitation to a meeting. The president made this disclosure at the recently held sod-turning ceremony for the maternal and pediatric hospital to be built at Ogle, East Coast, Demerara.
This president wrote, well, not me, asked the Foreign Affairs Ministry and the Ambassador Hines to write him, inviting him to a meeting. He has not responded to the ambassador's invitation. Ask yourself why. If you have all these concerns, why you haven't attended a meeting that you were invited to.
Further afield, U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi became the first high-ranking American official to visit Taiwan in 25 years. The trip triggered a fire response from China, including live fire military drills surrounding Taiwan. More in this report from CBS News.
Thank you very much, Vice President Tsai, for your very warm words of welcome.
Depending on who you ask, this is either an act of defiance or a needless provocation.
We come in friendship to Taiwan. We come in peace for the region.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi met with members of Taiwan's legislature, her presence triggering a fiery response from Beijing.
China has every right to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity. We are fully justified to do what we must.
China says it's now launching a series of military drills surrounding Taiwan, including live fire exercises. The U.S. tried to ease tensions, insisting it does not seek conflict.
We are prepared to manage what Beijing chooses to do. At the same time, we will not engage in saber rattling.
Congressional trips to Taiwan are not unusual, but China lashed out when it learned Pelosi was mulling a visit during a larger tour of Asia. She has a history of speaking out against the Chinese government, visiting Tiananmen Square in 1991. And as the third most powerful politician in the U.S., her presence is viewed as especially provocative.
The timing of this visit threatens to make the relationship more tense, more difficult for the next few months.
All right, we're almost through with the broadcast. We just have to remind you of the headlines after this. A reminder of the headlines. SVG Air resumes services to Karakou and Grenada after delayed services due to maintenance issues. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says the appointment of Daisy Joseph Andel to the CBI committee is no conflict of interest. Application process for low-income housing units reopens. In around the globe, regionally, Jamaicans urged to ramp up food production to improve food security. Internationally, U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan triggers fiery Chinese response. Plus in the sports news, Zachary Gresham sets new national record in 200-meter individual medley. Good going. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. That's the news. This is GBN. Good night.